There you go. Now you're muted, Karen. There you go.
Good morning. Welcome from, this is sunshiny and very hot, Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is Karen O'Neill, and I am so happy to greet you guys here today. We are here to share our stories, and I share this with Michelle Niels. She went in when I couldn't do it at all, and she took over, and she's so good. So you get to have both of us, and I'm so grateful for all of you for being here. This is where we share our stories. We talk about what's going on, what we're using, and we give each other ideas. We ask each other questions. And when there's a question out there that is really not necessarily for me to answer, that's for the field, for any of you guys that have a good answer. Most of the time, most of you will have better answers than I do. So feel free to kind of pop in when you have an answer to someone's question. But we share our stories. We have great stories. Last week, we had a lot of animal stories. It was great. This week, you can talk about anything you want, but I also invite you to maybe talk about any one thing that surprised you the most, or that really surprised you or pleased you, or maybe something that makes you really excited, whether you've shared it before or not. But we share it, we come in, and I want to just remind you that we are not here to take the place of your personal doctor. We don't claim to diagnose, treat, or cure anything. We just use this wonderful product that helps our body with light, and we get better. Hello, it's wonderful. So please raise your hand if you have a story that you are willing to bless our community with. We will all be really, really happy to hear it. And there we go. Oh, Heidi's in there. Come on in, Heidi.
Good morning. I'm Heidi from Pocatello, Idaho, and I received a ice wave patch just the week before my daughter had braces put on. But she didn't have any pain because I already had her on Alavita patches and the night of, but I had to use the ice wave patch for the first time. And I'm a new distributor as of the end of March. And I didn't even start using the ice wave until I ran into the side of a corner of a dishwasher lid, not dishwasher, dishwashing machine open lid, and I got a huge bruise. And then that night I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning with a major like cramp in my leg, and I couldn't even stand up. And luckily I had stuck my LifeWave patches by my bedside right next to my X39 patches. And I literally peeled off half of it, looked at the thing and thought, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to stick it on one side, the tan on one side of the bruise and the white on the other side. And I'm just going to see if I can sleep the rest of the night. Well, I woke up and forgot they were there. There was no pain.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's exciting. That is awesome. Pain is so distressing and disturbing, and it really does disrupt our sleep. So thank you, Heidi. That's wonderful. And wasn't that exciting? I love it. All right. Thank you. Thanks for blessing our community with your story. John, come on in. Don't forget to unmute, John.
There we go. There we go. I missed. I'm driving, so I have to take my eyes off the road real quick. So anyway, I literally have fallen head over heels in love with the Performance Bundle. And I went back to the gym 13 weeks ago at 238 pounds. I'm currently 204.
Woo!
And now I've changed, I've focused on protein, and I've done a multitude of things, but I never get sore. I mean, my weight's going up, it's going up, it's going up. On Wednesday, I have my first consult with a guy who trains NFL players. So now I'm at the point where I want to know how far this 70-year-old body can go. And because I've been a biohacker my whole life. And so I'm going to find out. And then he's going to train me one day a week. And I just from my own experience and what I've been doing and the weight and I do all dumbbell work and barbell work. I don't do machines very often. And I never get sore. And I wake up the next day refreshed and ready to go. So this performance bundle between the cardiovascular, the muscular, the bone density that supposedly David is saying is true for the pilot studies, for the cognitive. I wear the hat protocol when I go to the gym, except I've also added the performance with my hat. So that's
What
what
did you
got.
add to your hat? I don't know if everybody else did, but I didn't hear what you added to your hat.
Oh, the performance, but I've added
Okay.
an X39 and an X49, which is the performance bundle. So I have
Awesome.
the complete hat protocol, 2 energy, and X49 in the top 2.
Cool. That's awesome. And John, keep us posted because you are just an inspiration to us and all of us that are in our 70s or above or our 60s or whatever. We're watching you, and some of us are doing similar things, and it's just wonderful to have you there to inspire us. So thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And I don't see any other hands up, but I know some of you want to talk to us. So come on in.
Karen, it's Michelle.
Yes, Michelle.
Hi, hon. Real quick, when Heidi shared, she said her daughter, before she had her braces or something, she wasn't in pain because she was wearing an Alavita. And I think she meant Eon, but maybe it was Alavita. So I just wanted to get clarification for the people on the call and recording.
Heidi's ready to tell you. Heidi.
She wore Alavita on her jaw and the pain went away.
Wow.
Yeah, well, the pain from the skin, from the tissue on the inside of the mouth from having braces just installed. So she wore Alavita just for a week because she lives with her father. And I'm like, so did you have to wear the little wax pieces over the thing? She's like, no, after that first night, Mom, I didn't.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I asked for clarification because
Alavita. I don't even own any Eon yet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And I don't own those yet. I haven't purchased all of my different 12 patches yet.
And
I only have 3 patches in my house.
And now, Heidi, we have another story about Alavita, and that's inside the mouth healing. I mean, think about dental work that people have to do, implants and just different things. Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks,
You're
Heidi.
welcome.
And Heidi, thank you. That's one of the reasons this call is so extremely valuable, is because we learn about things like I wouldn't have thought of using the Alavita for that. And it's kind of like when you don't have it, you use what you have.
And I have to admit, she was doing the creams as well. Like we lathered every morning and every night.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to move on to Adele, who has her hand up. So Jerry had her hand up, but I can't see her anymore. But Adele and then Jerry, if you still want to talk, Jerry.
On the same lines with Alavita, one of my clients said she had a mole and she put Alavita on the mole and it went away. She called it a skin tag, but I saw what it was and it was actually a mole because she had several of them and she was just rotating from one to the next overnight. And I've done the same thing. And it's crazy. You can feel the skin with Alavita. You can actually feel it shifting. It's really weird. Heidi's saying something about her neck. But so that's just a really good tip about Alavita. Instead of having skin tags cut off, just put an Alavita on it. And I've had, I'll call it restless legs. I started using used Eon on the top of my feet at night. Unbelievable. One on each foot. And it's like, this is crazy for about a week now. So that's just a really easy tip and it's used one. So,
that's awesome.
Eon, is that what I said? Used Eon.
You said Eon, yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, see, and that's another really cool thing that we can do. And I have a friend who has that issue, so I'm going to pass that on to her. So that's awesome. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
This is Jerry from Florida.
There you are, Jerry.
Oh, okay. I had, well, you usually see this picture of somebody pulling a dog and them flying through the air. Well, kind of something like that happened to me. And I ended up, it was really funny because my knees, but I didn't hit the knees because I guess I was flying through the air, and it came down above the knees where the scrapes and bruises are. And I walked 2 more miles and then got home, and then I got on a Zoom call, and then I tried to get up, and I had almost like a baseball sized lump off my one knee already, and I couldn't walk. So told my husband, please go up and get the crutches. We always have crutches. And we went to the hospital. The amazing thing about it is, well, where I was sitting there, I'd put ice waves on it. And so when I got to the hospital, everybody came to see me, to do whatever. The doctor, what can I get you for pain? What can I get you for pain? I says, I'm okay. So although lately the pain is getting more, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but yeah, it did work in the beginning.
Oh, well, maybe just rest it a little more.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows, huh? Yeah, well, that's really cool. Thank you, Jerry. Okay, let's see. Any more hands up there? I don't see any more hands up. Who has a story they can bless us with today? One of your experiences that gave you joy.
This is Jennifer. I'm calling in from Basin, Montana, from this sweet little campground along the river. And I'm was hiking with someone a couple of days ago who also is using the patches. And something happened with her toe, and it started really hurting. And I said, do you have any of the other patches with you? And crazy me, I did not bring my extra patches. I usually carry it like a little first aid kit with me. And we were in Glacier National Park and pretty far from the car. And I said, why don't you move your X39 from your neck onto your toe? And so she took her boot off and her sock off and put it on. And she said within 10 minutes, this is X39, the pain in her toe went away. And the next day she texted me and said it's never come back. So whatever that was, one of those freaky things that you just don't know where it came from or why it's there. And the X39 did the job.
Ooh, that's awesome. And it's true, sometimes when you put it right on the spot, it does something. Like I had an X39 on the back of my neck when my knee was throbbing. I took a used one, put it on my knee, the knee quit throbbing instantly. So, sometimes it just helps to have it right on there. So cool. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so we have some hands up. We have Julianne, and then Susan, and then Natalie, and then iPhone. Oh, and then Kate. So go ahead.
Good morning. I've been going to a lot of network marketing meetings and talking about the power of phototherapy to them. And this gentleman came up to me and asked, is there something that you can help my mother with? She has shoulder pain and bone on bone. And the doctor said, you just have to suffer with it. She's 81 years old, and he said, if you can get her to feel comfortable, you will have a customer for life. So I had the X39 and the Ice Wave, and I gave him both and told him where to put the Ice Wave. And so that was on a Thursday. Friday night, he put the patch on her, the Ice Wave only, and texted me the next day and said, my mom woke up with no pain. She was able to sleep and roll over because she hasn't been able to do that. And she says, what did you give me? I want to know more. So I have a potential customer, I have a potential distributor, his son, and then Barry as well. So I have 3 possible new customers that I've been talking with just by using the X39 or the Ice Wave, and just seeing the power of the patches is just amazing. So that's my share today.
That's awesome. And I'm going to chime in because when I first started 3 years ago, I have a sister that I didn't know very well because she was adopted at birth. I'm going to try to make it really short, but she had that same issue in her knee. And I was told Eon on the inside, glutathione on the outside. In 3 months, she no longer had that issue. She was able to bend her knee. She was able to put her clothes on. I asked her, well, how are you getting up now? Because she was doing a crab walk just to get up out of the sofa. She said, oh, I don't even think about it anymore. She was 80, you guys, 80 years old. So Eon and glutathione kind of really help to restore that cushiony stuff that you want so that your bones aren't rubbing together. Anyway, so just in case you haven't heard that. All right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's really awesome. And congratulations. You know, you help somebody and then everybody else wants a little help too. Pretty cool. Okay. I don't remember who I called next because the order keeps mixing up, but if it was you, just chime on in.
Hi, this is Susan from Tallahassee.
Hi, Susan.
Hey, I wanted to share that my father and I, my 92-year-old dad, we've been on the patches for 8 months. And Friday night, we went to my cousin's 52nd anniversary party, who, by the way, she is on the patches for a high amount of growths in her liver, and I'll leave it at that. And anyway, we got out on the dance floor, and all I can say is that family members were then running over going, oh my gosh, is that the patches? Because they're either patched or they've heard about it by now, right?
Yeah.
And Dad and I were laughing. And of course, I pull my dress back because I have my energy enhancers at the top of my dress, you know, lung one. And it was just so funny. Like it rippled through the crowd. Staff was coming up going, oh my gosh, how old are you? You are dancing like somebody, you know, you are dancing better than us. And we were just, you know, I was laughing. I said, well, I'll be 68 on my next birthday. And honest to goodness, I wasn't able to do this 6 months ago. So it just created that ripple effect throughout the party to see my cousin able to enjoy the party, having just been through extreme aggressive chemo, and then my father and I, and we stayed till the end. And then we stayed up till 1:30 in the morning because we just felt so good and took a while to come down.
Wow.
Thank you,
Thank you for
LifeWave.
sharing. Yes, absolutely. Right. Right. It's an answer to
Yes.
prayers. Okay. So I think, was it Natalie next?
Yeah.
Come
So
on in, Natalie.
I have a new. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I have a new distributor who's doing a great job out there sharing, and his father is in the hospital. He had been hit by a truck and has multiple pins and screws in him, and he put an X39 on him, and 6 hours later, his father, who's been in intense pain for 4 weeks, called him up and said, what did you do? Because it's been such a significant drop in his pain level. Just really, really exciting. And then he shared with a friend of his who has a chronic pain. And she said it was interesting because all of a sudden she got really tired and had to take a nap. But when she woke up, it's the best she has felt in years. So the X39 is just such an amazing patch.
Wow, that is awesome. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find out all the hands. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing. Another beautiful, bright, happy story. Okay. Kate, are you next or is it iPhone? Whoever's next, come on in.
I am. I think it's a toe day. I broke a toe last week and I didn't know I broke it until I got up out of my chair to go into the bedroom and I could not walk. So I knew wrap the toe against the next one. And then the light bulb went on. I'm kind of new. The light bulb went on. I slapped the X39 on top of my foot and away I went. Never a pain, never a discoloration. After I got up in the morning, it was like it was it never happened.
Woohoo, that's wonderful. Ring the bell. It's fabulous. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that happy story. Okay, so let's move on to iPhone. Then we have Sunshower and Robin or Gregory or both.
Hi, this is iPhone Michelle. I never do get my name on there.
Hi,
Anyway,
Michelle.
I have had, this is a little odd thing. I keep finding these little odd things that have happened. I've been on the patches for a couple years and a half, and I had a birthmark about the size of a dime and about the color of a chocolate chip. And it was always raised and bumpy for my whole life. And I noticed the other day, I rubbed my hand down my leg and I thought, well, where is that thing? I didn't even feel it. And so now it's just probably one or two shades darker than my skin, and I'm pretty white. And it's flat and it's real small. And I would never expect a birthmark to go away, but that's just one of the strange, interesting things that I'm finding out all the time that happens from using the patches.
That is beyond amazing. I'm sitting here thinking, no, birthmarks don't go away. I mean, I suppose they do, some fade naturally, but I don't know. But that's amazing, because this is like, you had that for a long time.
Yeah, I'm 74, so.
Woohoo! Wow, I
Okay.
never would have guessed.
Okay, there you go.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. And I see that somebody, it was either Tim or Gregory probably, put your name on there. All right, Sunshower, come on in.
Okay, hi, everybody. I just want to tell you two things. I'm going to repeat what I said last Monday because I think it's worth repeating, and there might be some people on the call that weren't here. And so after 69 years of not being able to smell anything from a dental procedure when I was 4 years old, I now can smell.
That is another like huge deal. Oh my gosh.
It is. I've compared
How
it to
many
like
years did you not be able to smell? How many years?
69.
60. I mean, and so you were, for 65 years, you couldn't smell anything.
No, 69 years. I'm 73 as of today.
That's right. Happy birthday. And no way.
Well, that's
I'm
that
only 72.
That's that Alavida stuff, you know.
Awesome. Well, that is awesome. And that is also a big deal. I remember you sharing it that last week too. And thank you for sharing that for the new people,
Right.
you know, and also for refreshing our minds, because there's so many good stories on here. It's impossible to remember them all. So
Right.
thank you.
And of course, it would be X39 that I wore diligently every day for 2 years. That's what did the trick. So speaking about tricks, you might want to try this with people. My sponsor and homeopath since 1987, a good friend, Jana Shiloh, taught me this one. So say you have somebody with you and you have your little first aid kit, put energy enhancers under the foot, even with shoes on, under both feet. So left, tan, right, white. And actually I used this just recently with somebody who's had MS. Who has a neurological condition. She can hardly walk and she can't feel her hands. And within 10 minutes, she was feeling tingling in her feet, up her legs, and in her hands.
Wow, that is awesome.
So I'm just saying, if people are like, well, this can't be true, well, do something like that as a little experiment.
It's so true. It's amazing. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you. And I'm sorry I had to go let my dog out. So that's why I stopped video, if anybody happened to notice. Robin or Gregory, and then Barbara Jennings, Dr. Jennings.
Well,
Thank
I
you,
will.
Sunshower.
Sunshower, thank you for sharing that again. That is amazing. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, great. We were at the farmer's market the other day and a friend was walking with a cane and I went, what's going on? She had 2 hip replacements and is going to have the same hip and is having a 3rd one on the same hip. And she's in serious pain. And I just put an X39 and an Eon right on top of the spot on her pants. And she didn't think anything about it until later when she called me and she goes, that really helped. And she's going, you can put it on your clothes? And I think that's a really important thing for people to know, that it works just as well right on top of the clothes. And then she came over yesterday and I'm getting her ready for her surgery because I know that the more, activated that copper peptide is before her surgery, the quicker she's going to heal. So there we.
That is awesome. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
It's fabulous. And I've been putting it on my clothes, my underwear, whatever, a lot lately. So awesome. I'm glad you reminded people about that. Thank you. And we've got Dr. Barbara. Come on in.
Hi. All right. Can you all hear me?
Absolutely. You sound great.
Okay, good. So I just, after Sunshower Rose's story, I thought I would tell one that I told a long time ago, but not recently. And I think is such a good one for people to hear because consistency and time is so important with this X39. So one of my patients, Kay, she's given me her permission to share the story whenever, wherever. 12 years before trying the patches, she had a double Achilles tendon separation. And, you know, she was off her feet for several weeks, but they didn't heal well. And she had just searing nerve pain and couldn't feel the bottom of her feet. They could never tell if it was actually numb or if the pain was so bad she just couldn't feel anything else. But she couldn't feel touch, she couldn't feel pressure. She walked around. She said, people don't believe it, but it was, I lived with 7, 8 out of 10 nerve pain in my feet for 12 years and nothing helped. You know, she tried everything else, nothing helped. So she tried X39, and after 1 month she came in and she said, I can feel my feet again. I can feel my left foot. So yeah, she said she could now feel about half of her left foot and was just starting to feel the sole of her right foot again. And after about 6 months, 2/3 of her left foot and half of her right foot, and even better after a full year. It's never come back 100%, but literally nothing else could help her. And, you know, her pain is even down to a 0 now. And on a bad day, it's a 2.
Woohoo. Oh my gosh. And I love it that you brought up about the time and consistency, because I keep finding things, you know, it's been 3 years and it just keeps working and your body just keeps getting better. And, you know, so thank you for bringing that up again and for sharing that story. That gives hope to a lot of people that have those kinds of problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, let's move on to Allie.
Hi, about 10.5 years ago, my shoulder blade went from being this way to being this way. And we didn't know that for a long time, so nobody helped me put it back. And about 6 months ago, it caused my first rib to be so out of, it's up here, it's above everything. So I shouldn't be able to do this, but I can. And I think it's from the X39 and X49.
That's awesome. Wow. Well, I hope that gets totally fixed for you. That does not sound very comfortable.
It's not. Yeah, it's a whole lot better than it was.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you. So I want to thank everybody for sharing. I want to welcome those of you who are new. It looks like Jerry's got her hands up, and then we're going to go to Robin and Gregory after you, Jerry. So thanks everybody for coming in and all your shares, and for those of you who are just hanging in and listening, thank you too. Go ahead, Jerry. Don't forget to unmute.
Thank you. So I have a question. There's so much wealth of information on this call. I've also had input from Dr. Tom, but I have a foot that was damaged after back surgery, and I have symptoms that relate to the disease that people have when they have sugar and both of their feet have problems. My symptoms are somewhat the same, but then additional numbness up the side of the leg and a very tight band that squeezes my foot sometime and electrical shocks. And in the first 2 years, I couldn't even sleep. I was really like a zombie. And the surgery I had was a fusion of L4, L5, S1. And then my surgeon had said he did a lot of carpentry work because the stenosis was so bad. So it went down further. Now I have used ice waves and energy enhancers, SP6 on it, stacked with Eon. But he didn't give me placements. I've just been going around, and I've really had no difference in the last, it's almost been 3 months I've been trying the way he's been telling me. Any suggestions?
I'll leave that out there for the field. Maybe one of our doctors. And I hope you guys noticed what a good job Jerry did not mentioning named diseases. I forgot to say that at the beginning, so thank you, Jerry. just symptoms. You guys are doing a great job.
Did you say that it was from an L4, L5, S1 injury?
No, surgery, fusion.
Fusion. So I would actually focus your patches right over that area where the most damage is and the most inflammation is.
Looking at it, there doesn't seem to be a lot of inflammation. The pain probably really gets started right on this side of the toes all the way up to past the ankle. It varies.
Yep, but that's not where it comes from. It's coming
Right.
from upstream.
Okay, yeah, so I started about a month ago to work with the way at the bottom and the back of the bottom of the back and L5 area and even down further. And I've been trying that. I haven't seen anything, but any patch, just keep trying in that area. Because
So I would use glutathione, Eon, and X39 over the L5 area.
Okay.
And then I would use Ice Wave
Okay.
and put the brown one either just below or just above those patches, and then try the white one down on your foot.
Okay, thank you so much.
Wherever the furthest point of your pain is, if it's, either, close to your toe, put it on the top of your foot or the bottom of the foot, and see if that helps.
Thank you so much. I
That's
appreciate it.
it's a long way to use Ice Wave. So if that doesn't do anything, then try putting the brown one just above your knee and then the white one down on your foot.
Okay, got it.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank
for the
you.
suggestion.
We're so lucky to have you, all of you, every one of you. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to turn this back over to Robin and Gregory. And thanks again, everybody. Happy birthday, Sunshine Rose. What a beauty. So let's move on with Robin and Gregory. Thanks, everybody.
Well, thank you, Karen. What a wonderful job you always do. And thank you, Dr. Barbara, for your loving, wise sharing on some very specific areas here. And I want everybody to know, Dr. Barbara is available for personal consultation for a nominal fee. She's a health practitioner, and that's how she's able to keep her doors open and keep serving people. But what a blessing it is to have this community where we work together, share together, and there's good reason we call it the Monday morning miracle call, right? Because there are so many miracles that we're hearing and sharing. I'm really excited, Karen, that I'm going to be seeing you next Friday in your home turf. Rob and I are hitting the road again. We'll be in Fort Collins with Helen, Michelle, and Timothy, and Dr. Barbara, and several others. Our northern Colorado, group. And then we're heading down on Friday. We'll be down there in Colorado Springs with our southern members. And then we're going to pop back up to Boulder on Saturday. So if you know anybody anywhere in Colorado within reasonable travel distance to any of those three, we do send out the flyer with the last couple of weeks of our newsletter. It'll go out again today, so you'll have it. And the flyer is set up so it has fillable fields at the bottom, so you can send it to 1 or 100 people. It's your call, and you can put your name in there, invited by, and when they come, we'll make sure they get logged in as your guest and do our best to encourage them to join as a customer or distributor in your organization. So we're very excited to just get out on the road and see everybody again, our Colorado community. And tonight on our call, we've got, very excited, we've got a new executive director that we're going to be introducing and sharing, and we have another new director. So things are popping as we're moving forward, into the summer months. So that's pretty much it, what I've got to share, Karen. I don't know, and I think Robin bowed out because
I'm here. I'm here.
Robin, did you have anything you wanted to share?
I am. I do believe Dr. Barbara's on tomorrow night, and that's our introduction to LifeWave and the X39 and the technology, little history of the company. This is a great call for guests, for people that are just learning about us for a little bit for the first time. And and please bring your stories and your questions, and we look forward to being with you. And I'm very excited about our Colorado Whistle Stop Front Range tour. It's going to be wonderful to see everybody. There's nothing that substitutes being in person and meeting your guests. And we know we got a lot of great things going on. So thank you, Karen. That was a beautiful call. Thank you, everyone who shared. And I think we are complete for now.
Yeah, and real quick, I see Sunshower.
There is something else.
a
There's a before I finish, there's a special that started today. It's a business promotion. And if you enroll a gold or someone upgrades to gold or enroll a diamond or upgrade to diamond, there are extra bonuses. So look in the Facebook group and look at your email. It is there. It goes for, I think it goes till the 26th. I'm not sure if anyone has that handy. That would be great. But very exciting time to put a little extra cash in your pocket. And I'm done for now.
And Sunshower, the question, where is the Colorado Flyer? It was a download link on the last 2 weeks of Monday newsletter, and it'll be a download link on today's newsletter when it goes out later today. So just pull up last week's newsletter. Great. Well, God bless everyone. If you want to unmute and say farewell, it's always great to start our day and our week with this Monday morning miracle call. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. See you soon.
Everybody
Bye.
rock.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Excited to see you soon.
Thank y'all.
So
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Great call.
Bye-bye.
I like Gregory.
Bye.